Hi guys, it's Beverly. So I'm doing a project here. I wanted to come on. Today is Vlogtober. Vlogtober number 5. And I just wanted to come on here and do a little crochet and chat with you guys. What I'm doing is a modern granny for a lady in Virginia that she contacted me through Amazon. It's going to be a blue baby blanket, 40 by 40. And I decided, rather than, doing it straight across, that I would start from the center. And I started at the beginning using the pattern from the Superbly Simple Baby Blanket. I don't know if you can see it. It has some V-stitches here in the very beginning. And then I decided to do the modern granny for the outside. Now the modern granny, what makes it different is you have a row. Now, a row of chains and single crochets between the granny stitches, and then the next row is granny stitches. So that's what I'm doing, and I think I'm going to pause the video and bring this in a little closer. So there we go. And I can see in the video that it looks like I'm crocheting left-handed. So I'm going to have to figure out how to flip the video because I'm not crocheting left-handed. I'm crocheting right-handed. Now, let's see where the label goes. So here's the label for the yarn. Yeah, it's backwards. I'm going to have to flip it. Okay, this is Yarnspirations Bernat Super Value. Comes in a 7-ounce skein with 440 yards. This color is called Sky. It's a number 4 weight, and it says to use a H hook, but I'm using a J. Generally with this type of yarn I would use an I or a J. So that's what I've got. And this yarn I cannot buy local. I think in Canada they have this yarn in Walmart, but they don't sell it in stores around here. And I also was going to try to pick up some at Joann's, but it's on, or Michael's, and it's only sold in stores. Yeah, so this is the sky blue color, and I really like it for baby blankets in this color. And it is a value yarn, but it's softer than Red Heart. Generally I buy it at Hirschner's, and they have it every day for $3.99. They say that it's regular $5.99, but they have it priced every day for $3.99. And normally what happens is I'll go on there. They sell it in the 3-pack. Or, how the yarn companies put 3 skeins in a bag. And so I usually like to buy, it in lots of 3. So sometimes, of course, I buy 6 or 9. And so I went on Hirschner's where I usually get it. But Hirschner's has not been offering any deals on shipping. So I had a 10% off coupon at Hirschner's, but it still wasn't going to be enough to cover the shipping. So I was searching on the web and I found it at Mary Maxim. I couldn't believe I never bought it at Mary Maxim, so I don't know if they're just now starting to handle it or what, but I did get it at Mary Maxim, and they had 4 pennies shipping. So that was great because I saved quite a bit on shipping. So I ordered 18 skeins total, 9 blue and 9 of the baby pink. And I have some baby pink right here because I was working on a pink blanket, baby pink. I was working on a pink blanket, but I had to stop so I could work on this. So, yeah, last night I got a message or a couple messages through Amazon from this woman named Elizabeth that lives in Virginia. And a lot of times when you get requests for a special order over the internet, they'll ask you one question and then they never, after you respond, they never respond back to you. But Elizabeth and I traded messages back, for a little while. And we're good to go. So I started it last night. It's going to be 40 inches. And so, you can see a little bit how big it is. I haven't measured it. I'll wait for it to get a little bit bigger before I start measuring it. But I'm enjoying it. I'm using a J hook of furls hook. And I forget what this color of the hook is, but it's a real pretty green. It's more green than taupe or whatever. I also wanted to show you this blanket. This is what I'm doing with the baby bee, or the yarn. Baby bee? Is that what it is? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the label, but this is Hobby Lobby yarn. And then this is the pattern from, I think it's Daisy Farm Crafts. And you do a row of doubles, and then you do a row of 3, chain 1, skip 1, and that's how you get the blocks. And I really like it. It goes fast, but again, I had to put this on hold because I had to do this blue one. Now I was using a K hook with that one. Normally I would use a J, but even though that's a number 4 weight, it just seemed a little thicker. Because even the baby sweater I made with it seems a little thick. So I'm going to ask the crochet ladies tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to ask the crochet ladies tomorrow if they think I should redo the sweater, because it came out a little chunky. And we are in Florida, so it might be a little thick. And I made a hat to go with it, so that's my first kind of set. Hat, sweater, and blanket. But it's on hold. And I have a whip from Christy Crochet Creations by Christy. I have one of her whips that I'm supposed to finish. And I picked out the hat that I want to make for her hats, and more hats for October. So I'm looking forward to making that hat. It's called the Nor'easter hat. The pattern is not available online. It's available if you bought Mikey's book from the Crochet Crowd. The Nor'easter hat is in Mikey's book. So, you know, it's considered probably a paid-for pattern, or at least that's what he calls it on his website. And most of his patterns are free because he shares them with Yarnspirations. But this Nor'easter hat is not on Yarnspirations because I looked, because I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, he's been doing a slip stitch brim, and he has a video showing you how to do the slip stitch brim and for hats, because he claims that they're stretchier and they hold their shape better than the other. So I'm going to give it a try, because that's the type of brim that he calls for on his hat, the Nor'easter. You slip stitch in the back loop. And see, I think sometimes I slip stitch too tightly, even to get my hook in for the next row. So I'm going to have to play with that and see. And it uses 2 colors of yarn. And of course, when I get it done, you guys, I'll be sharing the experience with you guys, as well as the finished project. So I'm just kind of going along here, trying to get this done. It usually takes me about 3 days to get my blankets done. So this one's going to be a little bit bigger, 40 by 40. So I'm hoping I can get it done, at least done by Saturday, so that I can ship it out to her on Monday. But which would be, I don't know, the 7th, the 8th, I don't know. Yeah, the 8th probably. And she doesn't need it till the 15th, so. And Florida is not that far from Virginia, so, and I'll probably ship it 3 days, you know. So she can get it. So that's what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just plugging along on this and put my other projects on hold. But it's fun. It's a nice problem to have. So yeah, so on this pattern you don't do any chains between the granny cluster. You just do it in the next chain 3 space, and then in the corner, which I'm doing now, you do granny cluster, which is 3 double crochets, chain 1, granny cluster, and that gets you around the corner. Oh, my phone's ringing. Okay, I'm back. So I don't know what I was talking about before the phone rang. But I'm just working on this blanket. Oh, I think I was telling you how it went. So it has a granny cluster, chain 1 granny cluster. Then you just move over to the next chain 3 space. And do another granny cluster. And no chain between the clusters. Yeah, this, I just went on YouTube. And I needed a refresher. So I typed in the search box, crochet crowd, modern granny, and up came, Mikey with a tutorial. So we'll just spend some time here crocheting together. There goes my label. So yeah, I haven't been doing a video every day of Vlogtober because I really don't have that much to show you, because like I said, it takes me like 3 days to work on a blanket, and that's kind of boring. But I thought, since I was doing a little bit different pattern, I would come on here and spend some time crocheting and chatting. And since I got that deal on Mary Maxim, I'm not sure how long that shipping deal is going to last. 4 cents for shipping. But I like Mary Maxim's yarn a lot. Their in-house brand is nice. They have different kinds. And it tends to be softer, I think, than the Hirschner's yarn. But if I get what I want off Hirschner's, I go to Hirschner's too. They just didn't offer a good deal for shipping, you know, because I know shipping's expensive. I've been noticing that the post office has a new ground service, because they used to have first class and then medium mail and then, you know, the priority mail. But I noticed they added a ground service, and it's a little bit cheaper, and you can send other stuff, you know, besides media, because this isn't media. I think it's 3 to 7 days, or I don't know if it's 3 to 5 days, but it's ground service instead of whatever. So, and so it's a little bit cheaper than first class. So that's good, you know, because if you're not in a hurry, because I use UPS ground all the time. They're right by my bank. They have a drop box. So that works out really super good. So just plugging along on this blanket. She doesn't want a hat or booties on this. She just wants the larger size blanket. So that'll be cool. As soon as I get the blanket done, I can move on to a whip. I don't usually have whips. Because what I do is if I'm making something and I put it down and I don't really, the only way I put it down, I come back and finish it. If I'm doing something that I don't like to make, I turn it into something else. So I don't let it languish as a whip. I just say, oh, I'm going to do this a different way. And then it doesn't stay around as a whip. So that's why I don't have whips. I usually have projects that I have to put off because of orders like this. But usually I don't have whips. So, and then like I said, I'll be going right back to that blanket that matches the sweater and the pink blanket. So I don't count them as whips. They're just on hold. So you guys, this is kind of it. Kind of boring. My husband's getting the oil changed in the car. You know, nothing spectacular to report. Which I guess is a good thing. So, I guess I'm going to let you guys go. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Love you. Bye.